came out and said, holy crap, let's do a reading. Hey, who did you hear who's going to be at the reading? Every A-list star from that time. Like, every A-list star from that time, which is crazy. Starting out with Jodie Foster, who was in The Silence of the Lambs. She was big for that time. She was real big for that time. She was in Taxi Driver at that time.
Yeah.
She's a great actress. I can't take that away from her. No one should ever. The thing is, for her to fit that role would just be really tough for me to squeeze my head around.
She had the look, believe it or not. Like her, if you put her and Carrie Fisher at the time side by side, they looked very much alike. Same body type, same structure. Very, very, very close.
She'd be questioning Darth Vader like Hannibal Lecter, you know, and he'd be.
I think she would use more privacy tape than Carrie Fisher would. Number 2 on that list was Cindy Williams from Laverne and Shirley.
That's seeable. That's definitely doable.
She was cute.
I know who Laverne and Shirley are. I'm not that uncultured.
The younger version, not the brown hair, but the darker haired one.
It doesn't count as culture if you know who. Pop culture, it does. Yeah.
You looked when you said that one. You just looked and went.
I was like, no.
I don't see that one.
Pull it off. I mean, Cindy Williams could possibly pull it off. And enough of a bubbly personality to her.
Once again, though. The reason why she read for it is because she was an American Graffiti also.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Next one on the list, Farrah Fawcett.
God rest her soul.
Farrah Fawcett.
Big at that time. Like, really big at that time. That was the biggest A-list celebrity right there. Yeah.
That'll make you get on.
Yeah. Could you see her in chains in a slinky bikini sitting next to Jabba? Whew.
Yeah,
that's like an episode of Charlie's Angels.
That's like watching Pornhub.
The first question Farrah Fawcett would have to George Lucas is, why aren't there cameras here? No reason. Just struggle a little bit.
Wait, why are we filming in your house?
Pretend my couch is the worm and pretend you have something on. If you'd like. If you don't, it's all right. I'm going to be eating Pringles here. And let the crumbs just go all over my belly.
Next one.
Really
the next one on the list was Jane Seymour.
Jane Seymour.
I don't know who that is.
Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
Yeah, I mean, she has.
I never watched Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, so
she was a bit of a stretch.
I know most people on this list.
She was in what James Bond movie was she in? I can't. Live and Let Die.
Yeah.
She was in Live and Let Die with Roger Moore. No.
No.
She has like the princess look to her, like an upper class kind of.
You know. Okay.
Yeah. Next one on the list was Sigourney Weaver.
I know who that is. She's from Aliens.
Yes,
from Aliens, yes.
I'm not that uncultured. I like Aliens.
Yeah, good.
I couldn't see her either. Believe it or not.
Wow, she played a hell of a Zool.
She did play Zool. Next one on the list, Sybil Shepherd. Sybil Shepherd.
I couldn't see that.
Yeah, it's a stretch for me too.
What movies?
She played in a lot of TV sitcoms.
Yeah, she wasn't.
She wasn't really a movie person.
She was a blonde hair girl.
Yeah,
that's Jane Seymour.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know Jane Seymour. Here she is younger.
All right, next one on the list, Gina Davis.
Gina Davis
could possibly do it.
League of Our Own.
Yes, A League of Our Own, yes.
I love that movie,
yep.
Okay. I know who Gina Davis is.
Redheaded actress, who would have thunk that one, right? Next one on the list, Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep.
She was big for that time, like really big.
Meryl Streep is big for any time. She's a great actress, but I just wouldn't be able to see her in that role.
Yeah, I couldn't see that one
and
either.
Obviously, she didn't see herself doing that role, although she read for it. I guarantee she
if Meryl Streep did the movie, she would have had to strip the Wookiee of his fur and made a coat, just saying, because she did play Cruella de Vil later on.
That's pretty fair. Yeah.
What was she doing at the time? Was she doing Sophie's Choice or no?
That's probably right around that era.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because 76 is Star Wars.
Yeah.
What's Sophie's Choice?
Oh my God, you gotta see Sophie's Choice. way, you'll get my Sophie's
You're talking
Choice
to a
references.
millennial about Sophie's Choice.
All right, Sparky, Sophie's Choice. Kill your cousin, right? Kill Stack Girl, or save your choice. Sophie's Choice.
I know who most of these people are.
He's thinking.
Excuse me. I know who most of these people are.
Next
I know
one.
who Gina Davis was.
Next one on the list, Angelica Houston. Next one on the list is Angelica Houston.
Angelica Houston.
She's Wednesday Addams. I know who it is. No?
Yeah.
No, that was
No.
Christina Ricci was that.
Angelica Houston was big for that time too. She played in a lot of TV and.
I know what the name is. I don't know the face.
She was in. I'm trying to think more recent movies with that. She was.
Oh, she was in that movie with Bill Murray, right?
She wasn't Wednesday Addams. She was Morticia Addams.
Was she Morticia?
I was in the same.
Angelica Houston.
I was still in the same. I knew.
Yeah. Glenn Close is on the list.
Do you know who Glenn Close is?
I know most of these people.
Jessica Lange is at number 11. Jessica Lange.
Jessica Lange. She did King Kong, the remake in '78 or whatever it was.
Something like that, around there.
With Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
And she was also she did a couple other movies.
Well,
Yeah.
And the last A-list celebrity for that time, Sissy Spacek.
I know Carrie.
Carrie.
I know that's my favorite for her.
She starred in Carrie, yeah.
Don't forget Coal Miner's Daughter.
Coal Miner's Daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good movie.
Yeah.
She was in The River with Mel Gibson.
Yes.
You know, she kind of would look like Mark Hamill's sister more than Carrie Fisher would. She had
I can see that.
She had that
lighter hair.
that dirty blonde. She was dirty blonde.
Yeah, lighter hair and maybe a softer tone of voice too, more of the damsel in distress instead of the
Princess Leia, like a tough person.
And her range, Sissy Spacek's range was very broad, if anything. I mean, Jesus Lord, to play a character at such a young age as Carrie.
Oh, yeah.
Holy Lord.
Yeah. That was an iconic movie. But, that ends our lovely illustrious list of people that wanted to read or actually video for Princess Leia at that time. I thought that was crazy.
Not that many people wanted to be Luke Skywalker because originally Luke Skywalker wasn't even supposed to exist.
True. And I don't think that they actually filmed a lot past Mark Hamill, of course, as far as the actual character.
Han Solo was supposed to be Luke Skywalker, more or less.
Yes.
Okay. That's the way it was originally, and then they split it off, and Luke Skywalker's original name was supposed to be Luke Starkiller.
Luke Starkiller, yes.
And that's what makes
changed that one.
Yeah, I know, right?
but
that's a tongue twister.
But that's what makes the video games more interesting. The future of video games. Because if you go into the Force Unleashed, when they did the Star Wars Force Unleashed, the clone's name was Starkiller. So they actually used the Starkiller name as the clone.
Interesting.
Somebody lived too long to remember that, George Lucas owed him one.
I'm going to end on these last two. Did you know that I'm going to end on these last two. Did you know that Tupac actually read for a part in Star Wars? And it was for Mace Windu.
Oh, geez. My first guess was going to be a ghost Jedi. But,
Or he died.
Did he die and not get the
No. What happened is somebody else came out and read for the part of
Samuel L. Jackson.
For the part. He just came walking in there like, you got the part.
Because
he's like, I want to be, you got the part. Somebody called Tupac, tell him he's out. Sorry, we got Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, you would have to have somebody call Tupac. You would have to have somebody call Tupac because he might shoot up the place. You never know.
Well, Tupac actually never got a hold of anyone. It was Death Row Records that would actually do all his phone calls for him. Yeah.
And they said, yeah, he'll read for the part. Or
yeah,
no?
well, he originally said, yeah, he'll read for the part. I guess he read for the part. And then they actually got Samuel L. Jackson, and he said, yeah, I'll read for the part too. And they never went to video with Tupac. Yeah.
No. Sam was like, no, you don't have to read for the part, Sam. You got it. Don't worry.
And he's like,
This is the first script I've got in a long time that doesn't have me saying much. Are you guys sure?
I'm surprised he actually didn't slip it in there once or twice during filming.
The magic of editing, Tony. The magic of editing. You know. And cut. All right, we're just going to take out all of your scene. It's pretty short right now, Mr. Jackson.
His true line was in Dark Side.
Again, the doll right there is just where Yoda's supposed to be. You don't have to yell at the doll many amount of times. You could just pretend that it's there.
That's true.
Also, no smoking on the set.
And to leave this one at the final one, a choice was actually made for the voice of Darth Vader. A choice was made, clearly in James Earl Jones' favor, but there was another name for the voice of Darth Vader that kind of popped onto the radar, and it was Orson Welles.
All right. Orson Welles does have that evil tone.
He does have an evil tone.
Yeah, a hell of a narrator all around. Terrible drunk.
He was so mean to me at the bar.
But Orson Welles probably had it in the bag, but forgot to wake up for the audition.
And that's what happened. Orson Welles was really in it. He was in it to win it, man. He was in it to win it. And I know when what was it for Conan when they had James Earl Jones? I know George Lucas had said, "Oh man, that's an iconic voice. Can we get him? Can we get him? Yeah." And he said, "Okay, yeah, let's call him up. Let's call up an agent and see if we can get him." Orson Welles was already into the video phasing of the and almost recording for his particular part, and they were like, "No, we got somebody else. You got to go."
Fun fact: Orson Welles and Marlon Brando were in a movie called "This Movie Never Existed" because they both didn't show up all the time, and they were like, "Why did we get these two? And we expected them to be here. Who gave them money?"
They're just like, "Oh, here's a check. Here you go.
Here's a check. You promise you're going to be here, right? I'm going to cash this check first? Yeah, we know that. And then what are you going to do? And I'm going to go to Hawaii? No, we're not shooting there. We will follow you to Hawaii, though. Like Iowa there.
Yeah.
We'll find a way.
Yeah, it'll be all right." Do you want to do one more trivia fact for Star Wars?
Why not?
Absolutely.
All right, for the role of Han Solo, they actually wanted to portray him as a black man originally, and they had talked Billy D. Williams into originally coming in to do the role of Han Solo, and
wow, they did not know what the hell they were doing with that character. First they got
had no clue.
"Oh, really?
Yes.
Intriguing."
Lando could have totally played that role. I mean, you know,
I think he could have. Yeah.
Yeah, but I like Lando how he is.
I enjoy Lando Calrissian. I like his whole spiel, man. His whole spiel in that movie was awesome. I thought as a gangster, smuggler, gambler guy, like he pulled it off really well.
Yeah, he pulled off the double cross, then the uncross of the double cross.
Yeah.
And then he was actually in a new movie as well.
It was what?
He was in a new movie in 9. As General Calrissian, thank you. General Calrissian, because I couldn't shoot it out of my mouth. But he was on the he was on the planet actually helping Rey and Finn and Poe hide from the Imperials on the planet when they went to go get the knife.
He had a great cameo in the TV series That 70s Show. Also, playing a reverend helping Donna and Eric through troubled times using many Star Wars references. So Eric was more into it than Donna,